This is the Evacuation team. It's a 1991 set that flew under the radar. In this video I'm going to build it all, point out all these little features and tell you whether it's worth adding to your own Classic Town collection. Hello and welcome back to another video, and in this one we're checking out set 1656. It's the Evacuation team and it's part of the Classic Town fire subcategory from 1991. Has 222 parts and 2 minifigures. And in the intro I said that it kind of flew under the radar, and that's because it's not a set that you actually see widely available these days or widely sold. So it's not like it's rare, it's just like I just think it was one that didn't really make it into people's consciousness. So with that said, let's have a look at the box. Okay, so on the front cover we seem to have kind of a vehicle, a trailer, some kind of, what would you call that, a digger, some ramps to get it on and off. We've got a couple of those minifigures there, and then a kind of an SUV, a 4x4, whatever you want to call it, an all-terrain vehicle here that is also for use. On the side, it's just got the side profile there, and same here. On the back we can see something similar, it's just a different view looking down, but we've got some alternative build ideas over here. I'm not sure I remember the fire service ever having dragsters, but apparently you can make some dragsters out of it. And then what have we got? So here's just the truck coming off, and yeah, another little, that one there, they seem to have made some generator of some sort. But what is really catching my eye, and it's up here at the top as well as down here, is check out this alternative build where you can build this. It's like an 8-wheeler, like a real cool little, it's almost like a military vehicle, with all the, lots of wheels, and then a smaller one. If I'm honest, I'd rather be building this than I would the one with the trailer on. That looks super cool. Okay, got the manual. This one's in lovely condition, nice and crisp. As always, we've got the same image on the front. We can see that we're going straight into building our 2 minifigures. The only difference seems to be the helmets on the top. What have we got inside? So we start off by building that digger. Oh, and there also seems to be like a little, I don't know what you'd call that. It's a little 2-wheeled thing with some tools on. Then we build the smaller truck, smaller kind of 4x4. And then we move on to building the front section, and then finally it's going to be that rear trailer section. And so that is 11 stages in all to get to the end. So what I'll do now is I'm going to spread out all the contents on the table, and we'll have a look at all the parts that are involved in this build. Okay, that's all the parts laid out, and considering there's 222 pieces, it just doesn't look like it on here. It must just be because they're smaller parts. As we can see, it's predominantly made up of the black, red and white with some highlights of grey, and obviously the yellow for that dumper truck, digger, whatever you want to call it. And then we've got a variety of translucents here. But the main things I want to point out, the things that interest me here are, it's not a sticker set with this. There are a number of parts I've printed fire logos on. So for instance, we have these doors, and there's also the panel here, and we've also got a number of parts here, so the warning signs and these bits. But other than that, most of them are just fairly straightforward parts. So now I've had a look at that, I'll move them all to the side to make myself a little bit of space, and we'll get ready for the speed build. Okay, I've got the clock ready for the speed build, so you can keep an eye on the time. As always, if at any point there's something that's interesting, I'll kind of slow down the video, I'll talk to you, I'll demonstrate it, and then we'll carry on. And then we get to the end and I have a look at all the features and give you my final thoughts. So with that said, let's start the timer. Okay, just a couple of minutes in, and that's that, I don't know what you call it, like little tool chest, like moving tool chest thing built. Moving on to the digger. Okay, just under 5 minutes in. I don't know if I was expecting a little bit more from this, but it is quite a simple design for the digger. Okay, we're 12 minutes in and the little utility fire truck's finished. I just need to pop our minifigure inside, but yeah, not too bad looking at all. And I'll pop that over to one side, and we're now moving on to the main vehicle that tows the flatbed. Okay, so that's just over 20 minutes. That's the front vehicle that pulls the trailer. It's got these exhausts, some tools, bits and bobs. We'll have a look at the full features later, but that's probably my favourite of the three that I've built so far. Okay, that's everything done, and we are 28 minutes 27 seconds. So just let me have a breather. I'm going to have a look over it, see what I like, see what I don't like, and then I'm going to come back to you and chat about the features and my final thoughts. Okay, so here we are, and I've brought you in nice and close so you can see all the details. And there are some things that I don't like, but there are plenty of things that I do like. So I'm going to start off with this little vehicle first. So more than happy with its functionality. It's a 4x4. We've got some little spotlights underneath. We've also got this little hose reel at the back you can unclip and wind out. That's a nice touch to actually have a fire hose with the set fire bottle there. But what I would have liked on this one is a little bit more on the side perhaps, rather than just this open design. I think they're just missing a trick on there, but on the whole that's pretty decent. As I mentioned during the video, we've got this little digger. You can put these sections down at the back, lay it all flat, which is really nice. Digger can then roll off because it's an evacuation team, isn't it? So you need to get rid of rubble and the like. But as I mentioned in the video, I just think this is a little bit too simplistic, and I liked a bit more detail on there. Coming up to this section, so now we're moving to things that I like, and there's a bit I really like, which I'll save till last. So I like this section here. This is just a little storage area for your two signs for putting out. So I like the way they've done that with the two white arms, really easy to take in and out. Now at the time I wasn't too fussed with this little thing, but it's grown on me since building it. It sits on the pivot up here, and you can just put that out, and you've got a couple of extra tools for use like so. So we're kind of like, at least we're getting a fair bit of variety with the set, although if you don't stand it exactly right, it can just roll over because it's on two wheels. So stand that there. Moving through, I think the truck is actually really nice, and the way it drives and pulls everything around is all really good. Plenty of features on there, although again I think they're missing a trick. Why not have another of these hose reels actually on the main vehicle? Because I know it's an evacuation set, but it's still a fire series. But now I'm going to come on to my favourite bit, and it's just what they've done with this rear suspension. So they've been very clever in terms of, so we can disconnect this, but underneath, these are not actually attached to the base. They are pushed through the holes at the top, and as you can see, they hang low and then just move up. So it's a really simplistic way of just giving that trailer a bit of suspension. I mean, if you'd need it secured onto a building, but the way that trailer can move over the back would have been nice if they'd done something similar with the front, but I just thought that was a really lovely touch. So how long was it? I think it was 28 minutes. So It's a fairly straightforward build. It's one of those kind of entry levels. You just want something nice, simplistic to build. Maybe it's a younger person you're introducing to Lego. It's got plenty of variety. You've got a number of parts for quite a small set. On the whole, quite good. Missed a few details. I really like this, but I think it's a solid set. Not great, but it's good enough. If you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to subscribe. There's loads of fantastic retro stuff coming up, loads of vintage Lego at the minute. In the meantime, you'll enjoy the video up there or the playlist there. But until then, all the best, take care and see you.